to give to the city. I've had the city service for 20 years now, and I thought, well, it's not a problem. The city's looking for recycling. I've done it for 2 other cities, and so that's at least $1.25, $1.50 out of my pocket for that. So that boils it down to $1 something a month that I get.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting rich off.
And my only other point is, I want you to think of how many of you get a latte, buy McDonald's once a week, go out to dinner. This is 1 cup of coffee at the coffee bar. That's 1 cup of coffee a day. This is for a whole month, $3.15. In the grand scheme of things, if we can cut back on our garbage, save some of this ground for our kids and our grandkids and their kids, I think it's worth it. I really do.
I'm going to stand at the microphone. My name is Lynn Bernhardt. I'm a resident of Farr West. And I find that this is really a philosophical argument. I wonder if the people in here that are arguing for recycling are going to receive the same 3-minute time limit that those who are arguing contrary or arguing principles of freedom or liberty to use the money that I earn in the way I choose. I also recycle. I do not have 2 garbage cans. Again, this will be a tax. And what you are hearing, and I'm just a humble citizen of this community, I have no power. But what you have here before you is you have some individuals who are arguing for this city council who do wield power to use that power in a way that perhaps is not appropriate. In the sense, and I wanted to share with you what I mean by that. In the sense, I wanted to share with you very quickly an object lesson. And I thought maybe I ought to bring, because every tax is enforced by the rule of law and ultimately at the force of the point of the gun. Because if I don't participate in this and I do not pay this tax, I will be a default and I will be penalized with misdemeanor crimes. I will become a criminal. And if I do not go to court, ultimately the law would come and take me to court and force me into jail or to pay the fines that I would accumulate if I did not participate in this activity. So ultimately, if you were to imagine in your mind that gentleman over there who does have perhaps the only gun in this audience, the time would come. What you're planning on doing is ultimately sending him to my house and forcing me to recycle. I already recycle. I'm very conscious of the earth. I'm very conscious of my children's future. That's what I think about. I'm no different than these individuals over here. But I'm going to make one point, and this will probably be, I hope it makes sense to you. If that individual right there started his own recycling business, and he went from door to door and asked for people to sign up and to pay that fee, that's appropriate in our community, in our form of government. It is not appropriate that he comes here and asks you to point a gun at me, transfer money to this guy over here who says he's doing it for free. I haven't heard this guy tell me what money he's making. How is he staying in business? And that's a good question that we should ask. And this guy right here wants to take my money and give it to that guy who says he's doing it for free. So, that's the only point I want to make. I'm very conscious of what's going on here. I feel like I understand the issues. This will be a tax. And I ask the City Council to consider perhaps putting it on a ballot and making it one of those types of issues that the public can vote on, because if he came to my house, I would vote no and I'd send him packing. And he could go to her house and perhaps she would pay for it. Or she would pay for it, or she would. He wouldn't. And so you see, that's the issue at hand. And I appreciate my 3 minutes. Thank you.
Ricky Hatton, I'm a citizen of Farr West. Kudos to promoting this. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great idea to have recycling. And I think it will be a benefit to our city and to our country. I don't think it should be forced on anybody. I think it should be a volunteer program that the city makes available to us. And if we choose to pay that, which I will gladly choose to pay $3.15 a month, even if I don't fill the whole bin or whatever, I was just happy to support that because I think it's a valuable service that we can do. But I disagree with having that be placed on everybody indiscriminately. I think it should be a volunteer program.
Christian McConey. I'm not a resident of Farr West. I actually go to Weber State with Turner. I'm in a club at Weber State, and we're pushing positive activism, and one of our projects was to help his city get a recycling program. So me and another student from Weber State was unable to make it today. I'm here in support of Turner, but we were going around door to door on our own time. I've had to take work off to come to your guys' door and see if you want this recycling program. So it's nothing business related what Turner is doing. He just wants to get this program passed for all of you guys to just get the recycling and your trash lowered down, because my grandma up in Ogden, she recycles and she barely has any trash, and it's great for her and stuff, but it's nothing business related. We're doing it because we care about you guys and the long run for our children and for our families and stuff. So I think we should really consider the recycling program in Farr West City in the long run. $3.15 is nothing. $3.15 is what I pay for a sandwich at Target for my lunch every day.
Merlin, your name?
Thank you.
Merlin Ward, I haven't quite got all the figures together. I'm kind of old. How did Plain City and how these guys get a kickback from? Do we pay by the ton of what you pick up each ton? Or do we pay a flat fee each month? I pay a flat fee. I have never seen a kickback.
Okay. There's not necessarily a kickback in the way that sounds. What happens is everybody in this room that has a household generates approximately, on average, 1.5 tons of garbage every year. It relates down to about 58 pounds a week, 52 weeks in a year. It's just around 58 to 60 pounds. It's sometimes lighter in the winter, but it usually doubles or triples in the summertime. Gardening, weeds, whatever. The average family in this room will generate at least 1.5 tons. That's 3,000 pounds of garbage every year. That's what you put in my barrels. That's what we're hauling. That's what all the records will show. There's a minimum per house. On average, one may throw away 1 bag, but the next one will throw away 15 bags. So that's how the garbage gets accumulated. Take it to the transfer station. They charge the city by the ton to throw it away. So you're paying for it over here no matter what. And if you want to look at it on the opposite of what they're saying, if you want to look at it on a business side, if you look at what the other cities are saving, because when you take it to that other transfer station, instead of paying $30 to $32 a ton, you take it, you instead of turn left, you turn right. It's free to dump there because it's free because they're sorting through it. At one time, they were getting community service. They were getting the jail guys to come in and perform community service, and that's how they were separated.
We pay you a flat rate of how much to pick up our garbage each week.
Right now, I'm getting paid. I think it's a little over $3 a month.
$3 a month, and then the city pays how much tonnage we haul in over yonder.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
So then, with diesel going up, is your price going to go up because you're going to?
Nope, I guaranteed the city it was $3.15, and the barrels aren't free. He's correct there. That's it. For me, it's over $100,000 easily to buy the container.
Well, it bothers me because when they sent that out, we were going to have to buy the barrels plus pay the $3.50. Now we're just going to pay the $3.50. I'm wondering why the juggle went so fast.
That's the way I've always approached it. It was, and I did it the same way with the other two cities.
Am I wrong, Mayor? When we going to have to buy the barrel last time when they was talking about it?
Right, I've never made.
We're going to have to buy the barrel plus the $3.50. Well, ask the mayor.
Yeah, we had to buy the barrel.
We had to buy the barrel ourselves. See, so that's a big drop. Somebody's, we're not getting the whole ballgame here from last time to this time. But I love the idea of recycling, but I don't like the idea of seeing 15 barrels by every house because I don't think we can hide them.
Sure.
I think it's going to be an eyesore to the city to see all these barrels sitting around.